Bad communication leads to confusion, and Bandai really should improve on this because right now the One Piece card game is getting people more and more confused by the day. Hello everyone and welcome to Anything Geek. My name's Zero and I'm pretty sure Bandai is using confusion on the One Piece card game community and it's super effective. Of course, One Piece is a very fabulous manga and anime, one very popular, and I'm glad they're making a TCG based on the license. But with Bandai slapping new product left and right every 5 seconds, it might get very frustrating at times to keep track of everything. You might have seen tons of product being teased or marketed for the game, not even knowing what it is or where does it fit in the grand scheme of the game. So I thought I would make a little handy dandy guide for y'all breaking down every upcoming One Piece card game type of product to get you fully started when the game finally arrives in December. And by the way, I do plan to open every product live on this channel, so if you don't want to miss any of it, don't forget to subscribe to catch me live and ring the bell to get notified when those openings happens. And as always, any likes, comment and sub is greatly appreciated. But enough talk, let's get down to business. The One Piece card game, for those who skipped all my video until here, is an upcoming playable and collectible card game made by Bandai and based on the infamous One Piece license. It is scheduled to go on retail on the 2nd of December 2022 and is already the subject of many promotional and derived products. However, the Japanese version of the game is way ahead of us, so I will make sure to make mention of this when talking about a product not yet announced for the global version of the game. For the sake of understanding, I will break down all sets of cards into 3 categories: starter decks, booster sets, and special products. Let's start with the simplest yet most populated category of those, starter decks. The starter decks are plainly simple. They are ready-to-play decks of cards comprised of a 50-card deck, a leader, and a 10-card down deck. They also include a paper mat with the basic rules of the game and are a great product for anyone looking into getting into the game. Simply pick the deck that looks cool to you, make your friend buy one too, and start learning the game and playing. As far as starter deck goes, each one of those decks bear the mention ST followed by a number. This reference specifies to which deck the cards belong to. Bear in mind that those cards are only available in those starter decks, so if you want a card from one of the deck, you gotta buy the according deck. They will not be available in the booster sets, for example. Also note that in each deck, some cards are only in 2 copies, so if you are aiming at owning a playset of the game, make sure to buy 2 copies of each deck. Here is a breakdown of all the foreseeable deck so far. ST-01 Straw Hat Crew is the first deck and is based on the crew of Monkey D. Luffy. The deck is based on the rush mechanic, allowing you to quickly power up and rush down your opponents with cards that can attack with great force as soon as they are played. Beware though, the lengthier the game, the less efficient you will be. ST-02, the worst generation, is actually one of the strongest starter deck in the early life of the game thanks to the ability to draw cards. Meaning you can draw to your hand the important cards early in the game. Not to mention the leader ability allowing you to make consistent, meaningful attack twice every turn. Very strong overall, so long as you are careful protecting your search and restand cards. ST-03, the Shishibukai deck, based on the Great Corsair, is a control deck. Very strong at controlling the boards or preventing attack, it mostly struggles to deal damage. If you like bouncing cards to your opponent's hands or deck and controlling the playfield, this is a deck for you. ST-04, the Animal Kingdom Pirate. Based on Kaido, this deck represents the ramping archetype of deck. Make sure you can leverage the power economy to deal great amount of offense before picking this deck. Those are the 4 main decks that will be released along with the first booster sets of the game. But wait, there's more. ST-05, the movie deck, is a deck featuring various characters from all across the One Piece movie. This deck is scheduled to be released mid-January 2023. ST-06, the Marine deck, is a deck that will feature prominent figures of the Marines. The main feature of the deck is to manipulate and create effects based on the cost of cards. If you like tricky setup, This is one deck you shouldn't miss when it's finally out, along with the set 2 on the 10th of March 2023. And the last deck in the list has only been announced in Japan right now. ST06 Big Mom's Pirate will feature the Charlotte family in a deck full of fluffy cakes and sweetness. Not much is known right now, and no other deck has yet been announced, so we can close the decks for now. Next up are the booster sets. Booster sets allow players to further customize starter decks or to create decks of their own from scratch. Each set will be preset by the OP mentioned, followed by a number in increased order of release, and 2 sets have been confirmed so far. OP01 Romans Down, the first set, will feature no less than 121 cards, 2 of which being secret rares. This set will finally be released on the 2nd of December 2022. OP02, the Paramount War, will also feature the same amount of cards and secret rare, and is scheduled for release on the 10th of March 2023. And while we talk about those sets and before moving on to the special stuff, I feel like it is a good place to point out that various cards exist in various ways. For example, some cards have alternate version called alternate arts, and these are special versions used in promotional campaign or alternate version of some cards in each set. So far, the drop rate of any booster box is around 1 special done per box guaranteed, and around 4 special rares that might include 1 alternate art or 1 secret rare. Each box will also include a box topper, which is a type of promotional card that features a full art on the card. Those versions of the cards are only obtainable by buying a booster box or buying the card directly in second hand. But that's enough for boxes, let's dive into the never-ending special cards. The first thing to break down in this section will be the promotional cards, because they are actually a set of their own and are only available through events or promotional campaign. This set will bear the reference P followed by a number of the cards in the set. The first item in this set being the promotional pack 1, which was given to anybody participating in any events before the launch of the game, like the demo campaign and the super pre-release. These packs will always contain the same 5 cards, being P001 through P005. Next up, we have Japan only promo at the moment, in the form of a promo deck released for Theme Red. It features the Uta leader and is comprised of only promo cards. Note that Japan also has some exclusive single promos that were available through buying an issue of the V-Jump. But let's get back closer to home now with the Super Pre-Release event, because among special cards for the game are the Super Pre-Release decks. They are in concept strictly the same as a normal version of the deck. The only differences is that they feature a special art for the leaders and the Super Pre-Release mention in gold stamp on all cards, including the Dawn cards. But those will probably never go on sale again because they were special products made especially for the Super Pre-Release event. Amongst other special products is also one very hard to obtain in Europe, the 25th anniversary Meet the Straw Hat Crew folder available to buy at Bandai Premium. And the reason it is so hard to obtain is that Bandai Premium is not available in Europe. It is only available in Asia and the UK and US. Don't be fooled though, this folder only includes cards we already talked about. The cards included in this folder are the P001 card Monkey D. Luffy, OP01001 cards Roronoa Zoro Leader, OP01013 cards Sanji, Starter Deck ST01002 Usopp card, OP01016 card Nami, ST01008 card Nico Robin, ST01006 card Tony Chopper, ST01010 card Frankie, OP01022 card Brooke, and finally ST01005 card Jinbei. So as you can see, this folder will only get you 1 promo card, 4 cards from OP01 and 5 cards from ST01. Difference with these cards is that they are gorgeous. all of those cards will feature an alternate art for each straw hat in their Wano outfit, and they look amazing. So it all depends on you, if you want to spend the extra money to get those alternate arts, or if you'd rather spend your money elsewhere. And finally, we have tournament prizes. Those cards, I'm gonna be honest, forget about them. Unless you have some stupid amount of money you can carelessly spend. Those cards are only alternate art of cards we already talked about. The only use of those cards is to be extra collector and extra rare, given a tournament winner to be able to sold for a nice price, so Bandai doesn't have to spend money on cash prize, and player can still earn something by participating in the tournament. Amongst those, you can find the Super Pre-Release winner Monkey D. Luffy, as well as the limited deck battle Monkey D. Luffy. And that about wraps it up for now. Of course, with that many products, especially with all the special version, it might get hard to keep track of your collection. Lucky for you, I've created an Android app that you can use to track your entire collection. So make sure to use it when you start collecting. The link is in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. And if you're still here, it means this video was at the very least entertaining or informative to you. So please, leave a like, it will mean a lot to me. Also, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Yes, I read and answer to all of them. And tell me, what did I miss? But most importantly, subscribe to my channel to never miss anything geek.